Hi, everybody. Welcome to Brunch with Brian. We are back. After taking a couple days off there, happy to have you back. Brunch with Brian is our special time together, and we're always here on weekdays unless we have a special engagement like we did last Thursday and Friday. And it was a great time spending that time with you. And Lynette was with us and Ron was with us, and that was really great. And that was really special. And you guys who took advantage of what we had to offer there, wow, that was awesome. So a lot of you guys actually got the Mastering the Phone, and a lot of you got on board with our very special social media, free special social media marketing. And so we contacted you guys, and that's on its way. So we're really, really excited. Call the office if you have any questions about that. We're really, really excited to get on board, have you getting on board with that, and staying always on board with Brunch with Brian. So, of course, we're starting every day and staying on board with our smile every day. So, smile right now, guys, and keep on that smile for how long? 30 seconds, of course. And so here we go with our 30 seconds. Start that 30 seconds, always at least 30 seconds, guys. And there's our 30 seconds. And do 30 seconds as many times as you can think of it during the day. And keep that big smile. And remember, that turns the brain chemistry around. So even if you are not feeling it, if you're not feeling particularly smile-ific, put that smile on your face and you'll definitely be feeling it. Today we have a really good messaging that we're going to talk about that we all need to hear about. But always start with a smile that'll put you in the right mindset. And always the right mindset, guys. The right mindset is positive. The law of attraction, we stay positive. We bring positive stuff into our life. So smiling, and now let's do our breathing. 3 big deep breaths, at least 3 times a day. Okay, let's big deep breath in. Ready? Hold it a little bit, and when you let that deep breath out, let out all the negative energy. Ready? I don't even like to say that word. Okay, ready? Big deep breath in, and hold it a second, and let it all out. Okay, one more deep breath in, and let all that tension out. Okay, keeping that big smile on your face. Okay, what are we going to talk about today, guys? Now, sometimes we always like to do quotes, and we're going to do 2 quotes today. And then our reading, now sometimes we like to do readings, but we're going to mix it up. I'm not always going to do a reading. Sometimes I'm going to do a little story or a little homily or a sermon, if you like to think about it that way. So today, guys, we're going to do a little talk or a little story about patience. Patience is so important. I'll tell you what, guys, I am not naturally, you know what? I used to be patient. I used to be a lot more patient until I met a certain person. When I met this certain person, you know what I'm talking about. Lynette is not a very patient person, you guys know. So I met my special love of my life. How long ago? We met in 1983 and got married in 1985. So we've been married a very long time. And I always tell the kids, we have 3 beautiful kids, and I always tell the kids, when you meet someone and fall in love, I hope you want to be more like that person, because you are going to become more like that person as you are around them over the years. And I certainly became more like Lynette, and she became more like me. Fortunately, I loved her, and I wanted to be more like her in almost every way. And you know, I was maybe too much of a thinker, and I took too long to get to things. And maybe I was too patient. Is that possible? And so Lynette got me to be a lot less patient, much more of an action taker, much more wanting to get to it. Right now, guys, the world is such that we must be patient. Patience is being sort of pushed upon us. We have to be patient now in the world. And what is patience? Here's a quote for you guys. Patience is not the ability to wait. Patience is the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Okay, so patience is, write that down, guys. Patience is not the ability to wait, but the ability to keep a good attitude while waiting. Now, how do you keep a good attitude while waiting? Now, to me, it's about preparation. Okay, it's about preparing for what's going to happen, what you're waiting for. Okay, so whatever you're waiting for, what you're waiting to happen, what your patience is being required for, what's going to happen. So if you're waiting for a big boxing match, for instance, what did Rocky do? What was Rocky waiting for? The big boxing match with Apollo Creed first, and then he was fighting Clubber Lang in Rocky III, my favorite, and so he was training, wasn't he, guys? And so that's what we should be doing. We shouldn't be waiting around grumbling, gosh, I hate being patient, I'm terrible, I'm so impatient. No, you should be training, you should be preparing, and so that's what we want to do. So I love this quote. You know what? And I just remembered this quote out of my head by Jacob Broad. And this quote, it's about the duck. He says, always behave like the duck. Be calm and unruffled on the surface, but paddle like the devil underneath. Okay, so that reminds me of what we should all be doing when we are being patient. Okay, you're not really being patient, you're taking action. So you're not being patient, you're taking action. And many of you guys during this summit, when you saw us on screen, you were taking action. You weren't being patient. You weren't waiting around for something to happen. You were really taking action. You were taking action. You were getting on board with mastering the phone or our free social media marketing, and you were taking action and preparing. And guys, even though the world, there are things we can't do right now. And we have to wait before we can do those things again. There's plenty of things that we can do. And there's plenty of things that we can be taking action on. And so there's things we can be doing to prepare ourselves to take a lot more action. And there's a lot of things that we can be doing virtually right now that we can be doing that we don't have to be patient for. So while there are things that are requiring great patience of us now, that we can't go do things that we used to go do, and we have to be patient in the world. And I've had to develop patience, and we all have to develop patience in certain areas. There are certain things that we can be paddling like the devil on, and that we don't have to take patience, and we can be preparing and be taking a lot of action and training ourselves to be taking action at the right moment, so that we will be like Rocky and we will be able to win at the crucial moment. So guys, that's my advice to you. So we had a couple of great quotes today, and we had a great story about being prepared for the moment of action, and guys, taking action right now. And so you're not really patient, you're being patient and keeping a great attitude, staying super positive, smiling, doing your deep breathing. And now for the motion, guys, we always like to do our stretching and stuff, and we did our deep breathing. And I'm not going to do, what time is it, guys? Oh, okay. And so it's 8:38. So guys, let's do a little bit of our stretching. Reach up high, okay, and do your toe touchers. You know what? Let's do this one today. Let's go. We haven't done this one before. Okay, so do stretch across. Okay, so do like this. Okay, this is a really good one, and we haven't even done this one before. You can reach across so you touch your opposite toe. Now, stretch out your toes like this. You don't have to be able to reach your toe. In fact, you can just do your knees or your shins. Make sure you have a nice stable base, and don't overdo it now. And remember, your lower back is a huge area where a lot of us have a lot of stiffness and problems. So make sure you're always getting your lower back. And here's another good area to do is remember all your joints. So like anytime, your shoulders is another area that a lot of people have issues with. So if you can just do like a windmill on your shoulders, like this, that's always good. Make sure you wear loose clothes. A lot of people, you don't think about this, I haven't talked about this, but your blood flow and it can be restricted by your clothes. If you wear a tight belt, you know, or tight clothes, sometimes you can get, you can not even realize where you're sitting and stuff. You can be restricted, and that can actually make you sore and stuff, and give you problems physically by restrictive clothes. So think about that too. That's another thing to think about. So a little bit of stretching. You can get down like this, and now it depends on how stretchy you are. If you get down like this, sometimes some people are very flexible and get very low, and if you can go up and down like this, that's very good. Now sometimes if you have knee problems, you can't really get down like this very easily. But if you can do this, it's really good for your knees. Okay. All right, so we're not going to do too much stretching today. I'd like to usually keep it to about 10 minutes. So really good, guys. So stay patient, stay fit, and we'll see you on Brunch with Brian tomorrow. Same time, same place, and stay positive, stay happy. We'll see you guys tomorrow.